Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we are back again with another full match of round 4 of open tournament sponsored by Evizone. So huge thank you to Evizone. They are awesome, amazing messaging and file transfer company that provides excellent service, and without whom this tournament would not be happening, especially, well, definitely not with as amazing prize fund of $2,000 for the winners. So speaking of, currently down to our 16 round 4 players who started out with 128, and they are battling for a spot in top 8, so quarterfinals. And this time around we have Beewee taking on Crazy Cat Person. Now, both of these players are absolutely amazing. I have played both of them personally, won some against them, lost some against them. I believe Beewee finished second out of all the legitimate players in season number 1, and Crazy Cat Person is also an amazing player that always puts up a great fight. Both of them know exactly what they're doing. Here they are finishing up their drafts. We can see that Beewee is at the top left hand corner and Crazy Cat Person is at the bottom right hand side corner. The final draft here goes to Beewee. He has to pick in between Bishop, Omega Sentinel and Falcon. He goes with Omega Sentinel, likely in order to be able to counter the Domino, because we all love high sig Domino and Battlegrounds, don't we? So the first defender being placed here is Weapon X. And now Beewee needs to decide who will he place on defense. Both, I believe, have drafted very well. So we have Domino and Weapon X. So by the looks of it, Crazy Cat Person is going with Archangel against Domino, and we have Warlock against Wolverine Weapon X. So both of them have very good and solid counters. Obviously, when you use Archangel against Domino, the fight can go extremely well or extremely poorly, and for whatever reasons, Archangel still can't escape crit fail damage. Right, let's see how it works out. And Warlock obviously has excellent control over Wolverine X23 because he persistently tries to heal. There's class advantage. There is still, however, risk involved, and that's kind of like one of the characteristic things with Weapon X, where if you do make a mistake, it is going to hurt, and a lot. So far, however, Crazy Cat Person has had some crazy RNG, and we can see 7 neurotoxins there absolutely demolishing the Domino. Still, at this point, we still have 3 neuros active, and 23 seconds in the fight, it is over. However, there is some health loss of 22% health, and let's see whether that health loss is going to be enough to let Beewee take this round 1, because he is finishing this fight at 100%, and exactly that is what happens due to the fact that Warlock also finished Weapon X very quickly. However, he did not lose any health, pretty much any meaningful amount of health. He takes the round 1 relatively relatively steadily with like nearly 2,000 point difference with 54k points. So round 1 goes to Beewee. Now, however, he has to place his defender here. He obviously has several options. Let's see who he goes with. He decides to throw down Penny Parker. And now he will have to tackle Domino himself. Luckily, obviously, his final draft there was Omega Sentinel, which I suspect is going to be his choice for the match. And we have CGR against Penny Parker. Now, there are several ways how to do Penny Parker CGR fight, but under these circumstances where you just know for a fact that Omega Sentinel is gonna get done with that Domino in about 60 seconds. It typically takes about 50 to 60 seconds and barely any health loss for Omega Sentinel to dispatch off a Domino. In order to be faster than that, he might need to spin the RNG wheel and just go straight in for his level 2 and hope he doesn't get auto-blocked by the time he drops his level 2. So he does drop his level 2 here. Penny has yet to trigger auto-block. We're gonna see the 11 armor breaks. Now, with those 11 armor breaks, ideally he has to get that shield down immediately and finish out the fight, because Omega Sentinel is bound to destroy this. Unfortunately, Penny Parker there did decide to go for a level 1, which definitely did not help the situation. However, it does look like pretty much a perfect fight there for Crazy Cat Person, quite lucky as well. And we can see that, yes, he takes the fight with pretty much full health bar and in 40 seconds. And as I said before, it takes about 60 seconds to do the domino fight. And by the looks of it, I'm exactly right, because he finishes the fight in 59 seconds and also pretty much full health bar. So this round goes to Crazy Cat Person, but definitely could have gone either way. We knew that Omega Sentinel is going to have that stable, safe 60-second fight, and things can happen against Penny. And this time they didn't, and CGR absolutely smashed that fight. Now we have Overseer being placed as the defender for Beewee to tackle, and Beewee is placing Kingpin. Obviously, Kingpin is quite a nasty chap to go up against, and we have some Gallon action offensively. So if I had to make the predictions here, I think I would side with Gallon as an offensive nuke over Mojo. Now, I do think that there are some interesting interactions Mojo can potentially benefit from here. For instance, every time you bait out a heavy attack from Kingpin, you do feed your Mystic Dispersion, but that can involve taking some block damage. And all things considered, Mojo is not the fastest champion typically, especially compared with somebody like Gallon. So here, Mojo, he gets off his level 2, that's fine, he has some degens. At the moment, health bars look relatively comparable, obviously, but we all know how Gallon fights end. Gallon's damage output is like, fine, holy shit, where the health bar went. And here he goes for the level 2, placing the 9 incinerates, also getting the debuff placed on himself in order to recover all of his chip damage. That can be quite neat thing to have against the Overseer. Here he drops his heavy attack perfectly, drops his level 1, but it seems that the special concussion prevented the burst. Am I right in that? Or he hadn't triggered Harvest? Interestingly enough, though, he finishes the fight with 100% health in 70 seconds. Mojo also finished fight very quickly in 72 seconds, but it wasn't 100% health. And Beewee takes it home. So Beewee takes the early lead against Crazy Cat Person, 1-0. Now they're finishing their second round draft, and he goes with Archangel and Dr. Doom. Now we're gonna have to see who Crazy Cat Person is selecting. He seemingly goes with Bishop, yes. And well, let's see how this is going to work out. And now, who are they going to place first? So very kind of like stable, solid defensive placement of Nick Fury. Nick Fury is kind of like always, you know that Nick Fury is gonna, never going to get nuked in like 20 seconds or something. Then we have Domino, interestingly again. And Domino always is a special bundle of joy again, and seems that we have Archangel going up against Domino, and let's see who Crazy Cat Person is going to pick against Nick Fury, and that is going to be Penny Parker. Penny Parker obviously is amazing Nick Fury counter. If you're going up against a rank 3 Nick Fury, then you can potentially get away with dropping, I think, one level 1 and then going straight to level 2. And with a bit of improved power gain abilities that Penny Parker has, that typically is fairly quick fight. And then obviously we have Archangel against Domino, where again it can go either way very quickly. However, seems that RNGesus is on Beewee's side, and he already has 4 neuros, 3 bleeds, some poisons active, and that Domino is just melting away. 5 neuros, as we can see, obviously. With Penny Parker, the fights are similar as you often see them with Gallon, for instance, where opponent's health is full and then it's like nothing remaining. So Beewee is not too far off finishing his fight against Domino. 80% health remaining, 79%, 77% health remaining against Domino, but the fight is over. And now Crazy Cat person seemingly did decide to go for 2 level 1s, but however, he ends up eating a level 1 to the face, which actually, by the looks of it, could potentially be a deciding factor here, because obviously Beewee finished quicker. But if Crazy Cat person would have been able to finish this fight with full health, then the fight could have gone differently. Also, here we can see that unfortunately his shield charges kind of fell off a bit, and I do get the impression that one of the level 1s there was pretty much wasted. So yes, Archangel in this case beats Penny Parker. I think Crazy Cat person had a chance to win if he just went for the 1 level 2 and then straight into level 1 level 1 and straight into level 2, because I think that was a rank 3 Nick Fury. But let's see how round 2 goes. So Crazy Cat person has to place his defender first, and he's going to drop a Hercules. As we all know, Hercules might not necessarily be the hardest champion to go up against, but he's also definitely not the quickest champion to take down, especially if that immortality triggers. But even in between then, the fact that he goes stun immune, the fact that, you know, Infuriate may mess with your abilities can be very annoying. And we have CGR against Domino. Now, that is one matchup that I never like to do. I really don't like CGR Domino fights. But, you know, it's a definition of spinning dice. You can get lucky, you can finish the fight quickly, or Domino can screw you up completely. There, Beewee, however, seemingly did make a mistake early on, ate a couple of hits, but thanks to that willpower healing from the Infuriate, he has an opportunity to recover some of the health. And that CGR is actually doing very, very, very well there. And obviously, whilst the Damnation is active, he also made sure that Domino didn't gain any power, so she didn't go lucky or unlucky whilst that special was being thrown. So that is quite helpful there as well. And we have Herc with 1 precision buff there, but already fully ramped with 11 feats of Hercules, sorry, feats of strength, doing a ton of damage. And here at the very end, though, seems that Domino does catch CGR, and this is likely to be the deciding factor here due to the loss of health. Had he not eaten those final hits, it would be much closer, but here that Hercules destroys other Hercules 2 seconds faster, but still has significantly more health. And Beewee takes the lead, 2-0. So, very confident position for Beewee. Crazy Cat person has to make a comeback here, or he will be out. So this is the moment where back's against the wall. He's not quite at the point where he has to win this fight. But if he does not win round 1 in this match, then, you know, we're going to be in a very, very, very tough position where it's basically impossible to come back from. Right. So seemingly we're going to have a Nick off here. I like saying Nick off. There's something fun about it. Something very funny about it. Okay, so we have Shang-Chi going up against Penny Parker. We already saw Crazy Cat person do Nick Fury. I believe both of them are utilizing a rank 3 Nick Fury as well. By the looks of it, health pools are identical. And yes, we have Penny Parker or Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, however, did seem to be a rank 4. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, let's see who is going to get this fight done quicker. Shang-Chi, as we all know, is obviously extremely good Battlegrounds offensive champion. But given the fact that you have to deal with 2 health bars and Shang-Chi does majority of his damage in that burst of a level 2, it's going to be quite interesting to see whether he can outpace Penny Parker. If I, again, would have to issue the odds here, then as a matchup, I think I prefer Penny Parker, but he does go for the second level 2 here as well. But so far, pretty much perfect execution. He's already passed a bar of power. He only needs to gain like 80% of a bar of power to effectively finish off this fight. However, we have Shang-Chi here finishing off the first life of Nick Fury. However, Penny throws her level 2 and the fight's over. No, Survived? Oh, that... survived? Really? How did Nick survive that? How did Nick survive? Anyway, 60 seconds on the dot. However, perfect 100% health. And Beewee takes a win. Beewee is on a hot streak. I believe he has won every single round. Or almost every single round. Did Crazy Cat Person win a round? Well, either way, Beewee takes this one. With a very well executed Penny Parker against Thekiryu fight. Let us see how this plays out now. Now Crazy Cat Person has to win. If he loses this round, if he loses this match, that is it. Cat is out of the tournament. Beewee seemingly has no chill. He's just going for straight up lines. Right. So Beewee is going to have to deal with Guardian, and Crazy Cat Person has to deal with Man-Thing. So we have Gallon going up against Guardian, and we're going to have Overseer against Man-Thing. In this matchup, it's kind of tricky. I don't even know which one I would prefer. I think, you know, I don't have the most experience with Gallon, but I think Overseer should be able to outpace this. Potentially. But I don't think Overseer is capable of healing against Man-Thing because he's immune to Nullify, means he will never gain, you know, those armor breaks from Man-Thing. So if he does take any chip damage, that will remain with him. But he should be able to ramp up extremely quickly. At this point, he's already at 6 charges. He can easily go for his level 2 now. But that gets parried. That level 2 got parried. Cheapers creepers. This is tight. However, we can see that insane damage is absolutely nuking down the Man-Thing. Now here he's going for a level 1 stun, and that should be the end of it. So he finished that Man-Thing off in 42 seconds. That's definitely a very good time. And Gallon still takes the dub. And that's it. Beewee wins the champ. But let's see how tight this fight was. 53,740 points up against 53,867 points. So this decisive victory for Beewee came with 137 points. That's about as close as you can get. That's like 2 seconds, I think, or something like that. Barely, but Beewee, I think, flat out annihilates Crazy Cat. Let's just call it how it was. This was an absolute beatdown and spanking. Now, again, obviously, both of these players are exceptionally skilled. Both of them are crazy good at this game mode. So, this time, however, Beewee pulled that belt out and did some serious spanking. 3-0 against Crazy Cat. Let me know what you guys thought about this match, and I shall be back soon with more videos. So Beewee advances to top 8, to quarterfinals. See you soon, guys. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all been